What's up, everybody? It's the Tabletop Tyrant. Today I kind of want to just share a little channel project I'm going to start doing. The genesis of this kind of started when I was sitting there and I was playing Total War, and I was like, dude, Tamurkhan has been one of my all-time favorite freaking characters since the dawn of time. Top right corner for the lore series. I think it came out good. It came out like last Christmas, but I won't stop shilling it because it took a lot of effort. And the story comes directly out of the Red campaign book, so there's that. But I wanted to bring Tamurkhan to life. Now, if you look here in the Forge World model, it's dope. It looks good. The rider has always been something I was like, I mean, it looked pestilential. Like you had the bones, the sagging skin. But when you look at Total War's Tamurkhan, you got just an absolute freaking unit, dude. So I got to thinking, I'm going to try and bring up Tamurkhan's Horde and bring it to my narrative game, which I'll be streaming here on YouTube and Twitch in the next month or so. And I'm going to try and make Tamurkhan's Horde a thing. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what I've done so far, what I plan on doing, and I'm going to talk about the units that I'm going to incorporate for my first 1,250 point list. Disclaimer, this isn't going to be anything broken. It's not going to be anything crazy. It's just going to be me having fun with family and friends. We're not very competitive driven when we do narrative events, clearly. And I'm not really competitively driven when playing against my friends either. So we're going to be doing this narrative campaign. I just finished painting the Realm of Battle board up here with my daughter. It's going to be Warriors of Chaos Nurgle, Bretonnia, Orcs and Goblins, and I believe maybe either Tzeentch Warriors or Vampire Counts. That's entirely dependent on my homeboy. This is what I've gotten done so far. So I went with Tamurkhan's Toe Dragon Bublos. Now, there's not rules in Warhammer, the old world, for it. I'm just going to run it as a regular Chaos Dragon and Nurgle. Yes, the base size is big. Yes, it's a big, beefy monster, but we're rolling with it. So here's what I got painted on so far. I wanted to kind of go with like more of a horror route when I do this army. So if you look at Bublos, he has the slime coming out of his mouth. He's got those greens. I went with some natural colors for him. And then I went with a couple two-tones of grass on the base. And then I wanted to do slime. And that slime's going to be kind of consistent on bases. It's just UV resin from Green Stuff World. Yeah, Green Stuff World. So yeah, going on with that, now with Tamurkhan here's the picture of actual Tamurkhan, and then here's the Total War again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Tamurkhan the model, I'm going to take the Ogre Tyrant plastic model, I'm going to try to chop the torso off, and I'm going to sculpt it to fit the actual Tamurkhan and pose it in a way that's a little bit more imposing. And then I'm going to sculpt pustules on him and do all this crazy stuff, and that's going to be Tamurkhan. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're like, this is a classic model. You can't really buy it anymore. Why are you going to ruin it? Well, one, I went with a recast for that reason. I wasn't going to go pay top-notch price for something I might completely fucking destroy. Two,
this is happening with or without you.
But anyways, yeah, so that's my conversion that I'll be doing the video recording on. I did record me doing Bublos, but I was getting pretty sweaty on it and didn't realize my camera was out of focus and my head was in the way. Like, I'm not a pro at this, okay? Like, I can paint decently, but recording it is just always something that I go through to, like, make these tutorials, and I'm like, well, that's freaking great. My fat ass head's in the way, or, oh, that's cool. My fingers or nails are long. I gotta clip those back, and it's just one of those things where it's like I'm not completely conscious yet, because like my hobby, I'm not used to like really sharing it a whole lot. So it's like it's just the little things I do, and I'm like, son of a bitch, I gotta fix that. The list that I'm taking for this campaign is going to be a Chaos Lord with Great Weapon, Full Plate, Mark and Nurgle. He's going to be the General, Chaos Dragon. I gave him the Giant Blade, the Crown of Everlasting Conquest, and the Pendant of Damnation, because I think that's just freaking boss. And the Pendant of Damnation, that's a dope-ass sentence. I'm taking a unit of 20 Forsaken, Mark of Nurgle. I'm taking a unit of Chaos Trolls, which will be the Bile Trolls, but they won't have the Mark of Nurgle because they don't exist. And I'm taking 5 chosen Chaos Warriors with great weapons, full plate, Mark of Nurgle. My goal is to focus entirely on great weapons in this army. I want them to be slow, and then I'm going to be doing like a metallic green like you'll see on this guy here. I'm going to be making a tutorial on this, if my head and fingernails are not fucking destroying it or making it hard, but I will be doing a tutorial on that. I gotta tell you guys something. So this whole time I've been recording, and I get like the camera all the way in there. I zoom in like crazy, and I just realized that I can just zoom in. I can lead the camera farther up and zoom in on OBS or on my editing software when I want to make the video. And I'm just baffled that I am now figuring that out. It's been a process, but yeah, so that's what I'm going to be working on going forward. Now, my narrative campaign. This is going to be like the first one I do for Warhammer the Old World. I have done a ton of them for 8th edition. So I want to kind of go through and bring to life a story. We're still hashing it out. We're still working on the mechanics of how we want to run the narrative event. And I think we're going to be busting at the Mighty Empire set too, to do with the provinces, the gold, like the currency and all that. So me and my boy, who've been playing for a long time now, since 6th edition, are going to be hashing out the mechanics of this, and you'll be able to watch it hopefully on Twitch and YouTube. So everybody, this is just a little update. I wanted to say what's up. Yeah, any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up. I want to do a little bit more off the cuff shit like this. It's just more me, you know. I don't feel like I always have to come and bring this topic to the table or talk about this. Oh, last thing, Arcane Journal. I was able to get my hands and pre-order an Arcane Journal, and I'm going to be breaking that thing down legitly when it comes out. So stand by for that as well. Everybody, take care. Have a wonderful day. If you guys want to see an army breakdown of any army, let me know in the comments below so I can get that knocked out, because at the end of the day, if I don't have suggestions, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do what I'm doing. If you're seeing some Black Legion up here someday, I don't know. But everybody, you have a wonderful day. Thanks for chilling and listening to my nonsense. Peace.